back to another video. So in this video now we are going to discuss about the providing the direct internet access for our VPN 10 and VPN 30. So first what I will do is that I will give them the direct internet access, and after that we will discuss our scenario. So let's go to the VPN 10 first. Configuration, templates, feature templates. Let's go to the VPN 10. Click on edit, and after that I will go back to the route IPv4 routes, click on new IPv4 route, and I will say that 0.0 assign to the VPN, enable the VPN, click on add, update, click on next, confirm. It will push to all the three devices because that is being assigned to branches as well as the data center. So next thing is that we have to do it for the VPN 30 for the data center. So if I go ahead and edit IPv4 routes, click on new IPv4 route, 0 VPN, add. So currently it is pushing the configuration. I think it's done. So let's go ahead and click on update, click on next and configure. It should push that configuration. Now let's go back to our branch one now. Show IP route tab. Now I should see in the VPN 10 there is a default gateway with the NAT protocol running and gig 0/0. So if I say that ping VPN 10 8.8.8, I should be able to ping now. And also if I say ping VPN 10 or not ping, trace route, I should be able to trace out the 8.8.8 Google. Alright, that's all good. So my direct internet access is working, but my issue is that I don't want guest access to direct internet. That's okay, but I don't want the LAN users to go directly to the internet. I want them to go via the data center, then to the internet. So that once we configure this thing, then we can go ahead and see what we can filter it, because we want all the traffic for now go via the data center one. So my requirement is that all traffic from VPN 10 to the internet should be exiting via the data center one. So this is what I need to configure it. So let's go ahead and configure that one now. If I go to the configuration policies, let's go to the traffic policies now, data policies, add new policies. So by default, always the data policy should be accept mode. Click on add a sequence. We will select a custom one, select sequence role, and this is where I will match now. So what I'm going to match first? First, I'm going to match our OMP prefix. So source and the destination, if it is an OMP prefix, we want a direct communication. If it is a LAN prefix, that is LAN to LAN, source and destination are the LAN prefixes of the branches or the data center, we want a direct connection. Apart from this thing, if there is any other prefix going on, we want to go via the data center only. So currently there is a connectivity in such a that we are in a hub and spoke. So even though if I configure this one part, still the traffic will go via the data center. Even if I remove this one, still the communication is happening via the data center because we have configured that as a hub and spoke topology. So this part I don't think so which will make any difference, but since it is a data part, because that was in a topology in a control policy, that's a different one. So we have to make sure in a data policy also we assign source and destination. OMP to OMP should be allowed, and the LAN to LAN should also be allowed, but any other prefix other than that one should be allowed, but it should go via the data center. Now the reason for this one would be that whenever the users are going to the internet going via the data center, now the reason would be that I might be having any ASA or the firewall over here which is inspecting the traffic. I might redirect the traffic because I do have an option to advertise the service. So There are many other things because on the data center we do have all our resources over there and we can steer our traffic as we require to. Since the traffic is going on a tunnel, IPsec tunnel, so this traffic is like secure. So we don't have to worry. So my requirement is that my LAN devices should go to the internet via the data center one, while the guest should be able to access the internet directly. Okay, so let's go ahead and configure that one now. So first one will be the source data prefix. I don't have anything. I will go ahead and create. I will say that this one will be the OMP. So now this one will be 220.100.1.0/24, 172.168.100.0/24. Those are the prefixes of my OMP. Click on save. We will select the source data prefix as OMP and the destination data prefix as OMP, and we will accept the traffic, and that's it. Next will be the source data prefix. We will go ahead with the branches, and here we will say that 10.10.0.0/16. So this should cover both the branches, that is 10.10.201 and 202, as well as the data center. So data center is already in the data center prefix, we don't have to worry. But for the branches, this one prefix should take care of all of it. So click on save. So source will be this one, destination will be this one, action will be accept and save. And the third policy will be that any default prefix, any other prefix, that is, I will say that any prefix that is 0.0.0/0, other than these two, if it is matches this one, or the, I will say that destination prefix is this one. Source can be anything, so destination prefix can be anything. That's fine. Action is that I want to accept, but I want to go via the T-lock, and that T-lock will be the data center one. So it says that you have to populate the VPN also. So let me select the VPN and also VPN 10. So we are writing three rules. So first rule is that we are accepting the source prefix as OMP and data prefix as OMP, because on the OMP, using these OMP prefixes, they configure the tunnels, that is the IPsec tunnels are established. So that's why we are accepting, we are not manipulating that one. Now coming to the next one, we also said that the branch to branch communication should also be accepted, that is should be enabled. We already know that branch to branch communication is having via the data center, so we don't worry about it. We are just accepting the data traffic. And finally, the policy is a destination prefix. So other than this one, if there is any other, like for 8.8.8.8, if I am going, it should go via the data center one TLOC, and it should be applicable for the VPN number 10. So that's what we set it on this policy now. So I will say this one as a DIA corporate via DC1. Okay, so click on save. So let's go back to our centralized policy now. Let's go ahead and edit. Let's go to the traffic rules. Go to the traffic data, import existing, select the one which we created, import. Go to the policy application, go to the traffic data, select the sites. Sites will be, VPN will be 10. Sites should be only branches, and click on it. That's all. Save. And before we save that one, I will configure monitor network. So let me propagate those, what do you say, paths. So if I go to the troubleshoot, go to the stimulate flow VPN 10. So first we will go to 10.10.202.1, that is branch 2. And you should see that it is going via data center, that's fine. So currently if I go to the 8.8.8, and you should see that it's showing nothing, it's showing nothing means it is going directly, because sometimes the vmanage does not show that it is going via the interface gig 0/0. So it's a pretty much common problem with the 20.6, because I have banged my head a lot of spending a lot of time on this one, why it is not showing. But after a while it will automatically show you that whenever you're going to 8.8.8, it will automatically show that it is going via the gig 0/0, because we have already checked it So we said that VPN 10, whenever it is going, it's going directly to the internet. It's not going via the data center. All right, so let's go ahead and save the policy. Click on activate now. So let the policy be pushed. Okay, it should be pushed. And if I come back now again, if I say the same thing, so again, sometimes it will show you, sometimes it doesn't. Just wait for a while, and after that, you see that still showing that it is going directly. All right, so now what I will do is that go to the policy, go to the traffic data policy, traffic data, and I will try to manipulate to make sure that my policy is correct because sometimes it doesn't show up. So if we go back and edit that one, okay, let's go back here. Instead of destination prefix, we will say that source data prefix as any and should be accepting the traffic and it should be manipulated via the data center. So let the policy be pushed. All right, the policy has been pushed. So let's go ahead and check it once again now. Again, it is not happening. So instead of any, what I can say is that let's go and do the specific one. Let's go to the traffic policy, traffic data policy, edit. So instead of any, I will say that if it is any of those LAN prefixes, okay, any of the LANs. So branches, LAN, I am accepting it, no changes, branch to branch communication because there is source and destination. If it is source and the destination can be anything, then go to the, apart from this, it will match this policy. Can activate, next and configure. Okay, let it be pushed. You see that it's now showing up. I think the policy has been pushed. Yes, it's been pushed. So let's, if I go back here, you see that VPN 10 now going to 8.8.8 via the 101.1. So before it was going directly to the internet. You see that it was going directly to the internet, but now it is going via the data center. So we should see that 10.10.101.1. All right. So now we have achieved what we are required. So since all the traffic is being steered via the data center, like an hub and spoke actual policy, it's in place now. Now we can start filtering our traffic, what we want to allow it directly, what we want to allow it via the data center for the corporate VPN. So I hope this was informative for you and thank you.